All right, well, it's time for some platinum wines. And as we have done the last several months, is the platinum wines are all red. The reason for that, we found that our Platinum Club members really truly like taking home red wines. When we've had some really good high quality white wines on the club, the club members typically didn't take that as part of their wine club, so we've just shied away from that because they tend to sit on our shelf for a while after the fact. So with that being said, we have got four really quality red wines. All of them have been on the wine club except one, and I'll get to that one here in just a moment. But one that is back, that was definitely a fan favorite, we did continue to serve it by the glass for a period of time when we were in the other location, is the Mettler Family Vineyards Cabernet. And as I remember this wine originally, it's a Lodi region Cabernet. And when we first brought that in, I remember the Mettler being a very rich, jammy Cabernet, which I found to be very intriguing, very enjoyable at times. This particular vintage, the 2017, is a bit lighter and not as jammy. It's got some wonderful flavors, wonderful structure, but definitely not a big jammy fruit bomb that I seem to remember the Mettler being in prior vintages. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited for you to try it because it is a slightly different profile. Another wine that we have served here at the wine bar pretty much from the start, but has never been on our wine club, is a name you will probably recognize if you like a red blend, is the Ancient Peaks Renegade. This is a blend of multiple grapes: Syrah, Zinfandel, Malbec, Petit Verdot, and Petit Syrah. And this winemaker, wine region is Paso Robles. And this particular wine, 2017, brings to the forefront the heavy Syrah. So you're going to get a little bit more spice, a little bit more dryness. The other grapes that are blended in add some really nice depth to it. Of course, the Petit Syrah is going to give you a bit more jamminess, a little bit more fruitiness. Petit Verdot gives you a little bit more of a dark structure. And the Zinfandel, of course, is added in there to give it a bit more punch. So a really nice red blend. As a matter of fact, I believe that's what I poured myself here in my glass. So, you know what? No, that's not the Renegade. That's the Mettler, the Cabernet. Which honestly, now that I taste that, after having a couple of the Gold Club wines, it is big, it is broad, it is full-bodied, and I'm speaking of the Mettler Cab right now. Definitely not big and jammy, but definitely it's got some great flavor to it and a great overall perspective of structure. The next wine we're doing is from Sean Miner, and it is the red blend, the Nicole Marie, and this is the 2017. The one we had in here before was the 2015. This brings to the table, as far as a blend, it's 50% Merlot, 25% Petit Syrah, and 25% Zinfandel. So this is a bit more fruity than the Renegade, not in a bad way. It definitely gives you a little bit more broad flavor. The aromatics on it tends to be a bit more floral, which is really fun in comparison to the Renegade. Both super nice red blends, but both different. Even though they have kind of a similar fruit blend, the percentages are obviously different in each one, and they're both quite nice. And then a wine that we've had on the club, and it's been, I think, a year. I think it was on our May club last year, if I remember correctly. And we brought in a Super Tuscan. This is from Italy, of course, the Tuscany region. Super Tuscan basically implies that it is a Sangiovese-based wine, but it's blended with something that is not typically from or historically from Italy. So in this particular case, it's blended with Merlot. So it's got a very nice flavor, not quite as rich and full-bodied as the three California wines, but it's got a really great overall profile. A bit on the lighter side due to the Sangiovese, but that Merlot gives it a kick in the butt a little bit and gives it a bit more beefiness is probably a good way to put it. So those are your 4 Platinum Club wines. One of the things that I wanted to mention, I had mentioned on the Gold Club side of things that we are allowing you to take your wine to go in our little tasting cups. If you're viewing this and you're a Gold Club member, we do have our Gold Club upgrade, where if you would like to do the tasting for the Platinum Club wines, we do have that available at $10 for the 2-ounce pours that you'll get. So if you're interested in taking any of the Platinum Club wines home, let us know when you order your Gold Club if you want to do it all at the same time, and we'll set you up with a Platinum Club tasting as well for $10. So I think that pretty much covers our basis. Again, thank you for being part of the club. Thank you, if you're not a club member, for just participating here with Steve's Wine Bar and enjoying our wines. We look forward to being able to host you all back here very soon. Full-on tastings, full-on live music, patio, indoors, outdoors, you name it. Be able to do everything that we have been doing in the past. And get that started here very soon. We'll make an announcement right around the 18th of May on what our next phase will be, assuming we're allowed to open up to some restricted amount of people. So stay tuned for that, and thank you again. We look forward to seeing you soon. That on the blog, you'll notice that each one of the wines have a number next to them. One of the things we're doing a little differently this month is that we are going to go ahead and do wine tasting to go. So it was suggested that we get some small, 2-ounce plastic cups and lids, so that for those that may want to go ahead and do their tasting at home, you have that opportunity. You can call ahead. The number's out on our website, out on the blog, that you'll dial right into the shop here, and you can request that, or you can request it via email. Give us 30, 40 minutes, an hour to pull the wines together and set up for you. And then you can come in, pick them up, take them home with you, taste at your convenience at your house, and then come back and pick up the wines that you like, or come in and pick up some wine, take the wine to taste, and then come back and pick up more later. So either way you want to handle that, we're trying to make it a little bit more convenient and give you that opportunity to taste through all of the wines that are available for your club.